Yo, what's down, guys? It's Moneynis, and in today's video we are going to be doing a quick little review slash critique on the new game known as Modern Warfare 2 or 2022. Pretty much this is the beta experience we've been playing for the past few days, and I'm going to go ahead and tell you that I am a pretty good fan of the game, and I am definitely going to buy it, of course, but there are a lot of issues we have to discuss when it comes to the beta. And before we continue on, if you guys want to put your thoughts and opinions in the comments down below, please feel free to do so. I do read the comments all the time, and when I leave a little like or a heart, that means I've read it, and I'll sometimes put a comment or an emoji showing that I have read it. So definitely put your comments and thoughts and opinions down below, and with that being said, let's go ahead and get straight into the review or the pros and cons that I do like about Modern Warfare 2 or 2022. So let's go ahead and get the good things out of the way. The game runs smoothly. It is very polished, you know, when it comes to graphic, just textures and all that. The game doesn't have any weird anomalies as far as I know when it comes to rendering and all that. So the game is very smooth. It's very high quality, at least for the PlayStation Plus experience. I mean, not PlayStation Plus, PS5 experience when it comes to the game. Now, if I'm also going to talk about the weapons, Gunsmith, I do like it. However, it becomes a little bit repetitive going through all the little menu sections that you have to go to get to the ability to edit a Gunsmith weapon build. Now, when it comes to the Gunsmith navigation, I think it's really interesting when it comes to the way they're thinking about it. It's a little bit tedious at first, but once you get your muscle memory all over it, you pretty much know how to navigate the new Gunsmith system. I think it's pretty cool how they're doing ammunition instead of weapon perks. I think the new ammunition style is going to be a bonus. However, each ammunition has their cons, so it's not a neutral perk item when it comes to building your setup. Out of all the times I've been wanting an FOV slider, I thought I would never say this, but I think there's a little bit too much FOV slider when you go to the max. Now, I do love that you have the option to go to the max 120 FOV. However, for me, going to 120 is a little bit too much, and because of that, I have to stick around 100, all right? It's just a little bit too much for me. Maybe I can just kind of bump it up just a little bit when in a little bit increments, trying to find the perfect zone for the FOV, all right? Just 120 is just way too much. I can't see the targets downrange. They're just like little specks, and you know, it's just really bad stuff. So I love that you have the option to go 120 FOV. I love the option how you can go to 60, which I really don't recommend anybody to go through because you're pretty much looking through a straw and it's not funny. And yeah, I do love the FOV setting. It's a definite win for Modern Warfare 2022. And speaking about menus, I do like how they have the new menu set up. So you have 3 pages that are all stacked up on each other, and the page 1 is going to be the message of the day, what's hot or what's popular when it comes to certain game modes, and at the very bottom of the page is going to be the games available. So that's going to be your new central hub of future Call of Duty games. If you have them installed on your system, I assume you can just go over there, click the button, and it just takes you straight into the game. So now that we have the good stuff out of the way, let's go ahead and start talking about the bad and the bad of the beta. So let's go ahead and get this started. Let's go ahead and just begin with the main subject matter of what I have trouble with, and that is going to be the time to kill. The time to kill in this game is ridiculously fast. It's like Modern Warfare 2019, but turned to the max, and it's almost a hardcore game mode. So there are some instances where you can get a one-shot headshot kill to the enemy player, and they can do the same thing to you. And there's also these sometimes where you can put like 5 or 6 bullets into them, and it does nothing. I think it has to do something with damage range and some sort of headshot multiplier. I'm not a game engineer or genius. I just pretty much am just guessing when it comes to that and using certain terminology. So I'm not a fan when it comes to the time to kill in the beta here. I really hope they'll just kind of change that a little bit and kind of put it back to where it was in 2019. I thought Modern Warfare 2019 did it way better when it comes to the fast time to kill. So let's go ahead and start talking about a super controversial subject when it comes to every Call of Duty, and that is going to be skill-based matchmaking. If you're a developer, close your ears because you probably won't listen to this one anyway. So we're going to talk about the skill-based matchmaking. They said at some point there was a leak that they're going to be tweaking the skill-based matchmaking, how it kind of works and all that, but I think it's kind of capped. That story might have been capped because I am going into parties or in games where I am being paired with the lowest of the lows, or sometimes even the highest of the high, and my enemy teams are just like the YYTTV YouTuber sweats and all that. So the whole enemy team is coordinating in at ultimate victory, and my guys are just above me or below me, and I just can't get past 5 kills, or either I'm just not playing the game right, because I kind of changed playstyles after day 2. After day 2, I realized I'm not getting any better, so I had to kind of slow down when it comes to my gameplay. Now, before I say anything more negative about the skill-based matchmaking, I'm going to have to say that there is a little bit of hope, a small little chance that there is a possibility that the game can be saved when it comes to the skill-based matchmaking. So when I was having my bad experience with the sweats, it was during the closed beta. I played one day around the open beta, and there is a little bit of chance. I started getting a little bit more kills, and I started changing my playstyle by then, and I'm starting to realize that there might be some hope. So maybe I was playing during the concentration of absolute sweatiness, alright? So a lot of the people that pre-ordered Call of Duty are probably just the hardcore fan base. They're the sweatiest of the sweats, and they're just the tryhards and the tryhards. So hopefully when the game goes public and everybody can get the game, hopefully my hope is that the player pool will get so diluted that the sweats and all that, and you know, the sweats and the casuals get mixed in, and the skill-based matchmaking starts performing as it should have when the leaks were dropping, when they said they were going to be reworking skill-based matchmaking. So that is going to be my hope when it comes to skill-based matchmaking. I really hope it's going to happen, but do I have any hope do I have any hopes that it's going to happen? No, I really don't. I think it's going to be kind of a messy year when it comes to solo players, and reverse boosting might be a new method. So let's talk about something else now. So let's go ahead and start talking about something that's kind of bugging me ever since I started playing the beta, and that is going to be the weapons themselves when it comes to the gunsmith. So if you guys didn't know this, the guns and the weaponsmith are named differently. You know, they have their own fictional universe names, and I am not a fan of it. It's really confusing, especially when it comes to something like the G3 or the MP5. When it comes to a lot of these builds, you know, they're named something like the Lock 556 or the Lock submachine gun or something like that. It's not using their real world counterpart names, and it's really confusing me when it comes to that. So like almost all the guns in the game have fictional names. They don't have their real world counterpart names unless it's the M4, which, I mean, an M4 is just whatever you want. It's just the base platform like that. And honestly, I believe the gun companies really don't care if they take the names of their real firearms and put it into the game, because it does give them sales. If you guys want proof, check this out. So when I saw the MP7 make a return in Modern Warfare 2, I decided to pick it up for the airsoft deal. All right, so YouTube did not demonetize the video. This is not an actual firearm. This is an airsoft gun. You can see the orange tip and the caliber number under the gun, but you can't see it. So yeah, I definitely picked this thing up because of the Modern Warfare trailer. It looked really good, and I wanted to advance my airsoft hobby and just pick up another thing. This thing was real cheap on eBay. It was at a discount because it had a bunch of broken magazines, and I fixed it. So yeah, really cool deal. I got this thing off 200 bucks. Anyway, I'm not going to go through the whole thing. I can do that on the second channel, but pretty much I have an airsoft gas blowback MP7 in my possession, and it works just fine. It does actually work in real life, and I think the gun companies really don't care when it comes to game developers taking their IRL names and putting it into the video game. I really don't think they care. It just gives them more money, so good business. So in the future, I really hope they do reconsider renaming a lot of the guns to their real-life counterparts instead of using the fictional names, because it's just really confusing when you're trying to translate it from the video game into IRL and into other forms of entertainment, such as airsoft. So yeah, I really hope they do change the name in the future, and let's go ahead and check out something else I wanted to talk about. And the final thing we're going to be talking about is the minimap. I am not a fan with the minimap, how it works here in the beta. So if you guys didn't know this, if you fired an unsuppressed weapon in the beta, they will not appear on the minimap at all. So I think they will appear on the compass. I don't really pay much attention when it comes to the compass, but I think they do appear on the compass when they fire an unsuppressed weapon, but they do not appear on the minimap. You know, that small little dot where it shows where they're at, it's not there. So what I really want in the future, hopefully before launch, it gets implemented, is the traditional minimap, where if you fired an unsuppressed weapon, you get revealed on the map and everybody knows where you're at. So yeah, I really wish they'll bring back the traditional minimap. It was just perfect the way how they had it back in the day. I don't know why they had to reinvent the wheel. You know, when something's perfect, it don't need fixing. You don't fix it, all right? It's just good as is, and you don't need to, you know, destroy it or try to reinvent the wheel. It's good as it is. Don't mess it up, and you know, just leave it as a staple for future generations to enjoy. So yeah, those are my thoughts on the new game. Let me know what you guys think about them in the comments down below, and with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and start wrapping things up. So if you guys enjoyed the video, leave a like, share, subscribe, leave your thoughts in the comments down below, and do all that good stuff, and I guess I'll see you guys in the next one. So as always, stay safe and goodbye.